Something big just got approved in Broadview Heights, and if you're living here, thinking about moving here, or maybe you're going to be driving down I-77, you're going to want to know about this because it's huge. Ganley Automotive Group just received every approval they need to build a luxury car dealership campus right here at I-77 and 82 interchange in Broadview Heights. Bentley, Rolls-Royce, Aston Martin, and Cadillac, all coming to Broadview Heights. I'm Rich Ganim with the Ganim Group. I sell homes in this community every day, and I'm going to break down exactly what this means for the neighborhood, the real estate market, and for anyone thinking about making a move here or buying a car here. Before we dig in, I want to go over a quick history about this location so that you understand exactly why this is so big. Because this building, this property, it has a story. And most people in the area remember Vatterott College. It was a trade school that sat in this exact location and shut down in 2018 nationwide due to financial troubles. They had over 27 campuses and in 2018 shut it down. And the building has sat vacant since. In 2022, an independence company called Fleet Team purchased it with the plans to redevelop it into their new headquarters. And now that never actually came together. So it's been vacant since, and Ken Ganley purchased this property with the plan to redevelop. And we're not talking about a cornfield getting developed. We're talking about real estate here in Broadview Heights that's going to be home to a luxury automotive campus sitting on 31 acres. So here's the full timeline approval history on what happened, because this one went through a process very, very cleanly. On March 11th, the Planning Commission gave preliminary approval to Ganley, and on April 20th, the Safety Committee signed off. On April 22nd, the Planning Commission granted their final approval, and on May 11th, the Broadview Heights City Council voted unanimously to accept the Planning Commission's recommendation and approval of the project. Again, unanimous. It's not a rubber stamp. This is like a real buy-in for the people who represent this community. It's going to be a really big deal. Again, we're talking 3 buildings, 31 acres at I-77 and Route 82. One is going to be the relocation and the new home for Central Cadillac, a 54,000 square foot, 2-floor showroom that's relocating from Carnegie Avenue in Cleveland to Broadview Heights. Building 2 is going to be Cleveland Motorsports. It's going to be a 41,000 square foot gallery for Bentley, Rolls-Royce, and Aston Martin. Building 3 is going to be a body shop and a vehicle storage garage that's going to be right behind Wild Eagle. So the campus is going to have more than 600 parking spaces, and the Ken Ganley consolidating their 2 of their most precious assets in Cleveland and North Olmsted to Broadview Heights, which is awesome. Super exciting how this is going to transform our area. And I want to give credit where credit is due here, because people showed up and they did express real concern about the lighting, especially those on Cranberry Ridge Drive. And it's a neighborhood that sits about 900 feet to the north of the area and 25 feet higher in elevation. And Ganley came back with some very clear answers. And they said all of the exterior lighting is dark sky compliant, so 0 light output beyond the edge of the parking lot. The fixtures dim to 50% 1 hour after closing, and then until opening, and they use motion sensors as well. So building officials also confirmed at the April 22nd meeting that they actually below what city code requires. That's how you move a project through a community, right? You listen, you adjust, and you come back with solutions. Now, here's what I want people considering this area to understand. And it's when a company the size of Ken Ganley chooses to put their higher end brands in your town, it's not a neutral event. It's a vote of confidence in the community's trajectory. The Ken Ganley Group headquarters is already here in Broadview Heights. So this isn't an outside developer coming in and trying to plant a flag. This is a company saying we are going to double down on the local community in our backyard. So I'm thinking maybe destination retail drives a secondary market with some restaurants, service businesses over time perhaps, is really going to shape how this industry in this area is going to be perceived. We already have luxury real estate in Brecksville and Broadview Heights. Let's now double down on that. Short term, nothing dramatic is going to change overnight. Home values here are already strong. They already steadily appreciate. We already have great schools. We already have low crime and Cuyahoga Valley access. What this development does is it's going to add another layer of potential data to the community story. Investors are going to pay attention to what other investors do. And when a major regional player puts a flag in the ground, it signals something about where the market's going. So if you're a seller, potentially you have a talking point. If you're a buyer, it's one more reason to take Broadview Heights seriously as a long-term play. The bottom line is that this project was approved, and is moving forward. Cadillac is targeting an April 2027 opening, while Bentley, Rolls, and Aston Martin are projecting a May of 2028 opening. And I'm going to keep watching this one closely, and I'm going to keep you updated as it develops, because I think this is going to be a really big opportunity here in Broadview Heights in our flagship town. There's going to be a link in the description to all homes for sale and market data in Broadview Heights. If you want to have a real conversation about the community, what this means, reach out. Never a sales pitch, always a straightforward conversation. And make sure you hit subscribe to stay current on what's happening in these south suburbs. I cover them every week. And more importantly, I can't wait to see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.